Coach.
How'd your first official practice go?
Really good. I was pleased. I thought energy level was good. The mental, part of it. Guys were really in tune and they were coachable. And I thought, for the first practice, we went all the way, a good 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes probably. But it was good in the end. And a lot of times, especially early in the season when they get tired physically, the brains go too. But for the most part, I thought they did a great job absorbing what we were. And we're doing some new stuff that we haven't done before. Whether it's a new drill or a new action or a new offense or whatever. We're not overhauling everything, but there were some new things that we introduced to them today, and I thought they were great.
How important is the teaching part of it in the first couple of weeks?
Extremely important. Extremely important. We're going to spend a lot of time, because you don't want to assume that guys are just because they're a sophomore, junior, or senior that they know. I mean, you hope that they do, but sometimes they have to be reminded. And again, when we do, we've made a few subtle changes, both offensively and defensively. We want to make sure they understand that. And then obviously for the new guys, Thomas and Kennan and Derek and Mitch, it's all new to them. So you have to, be cognizant of that as well. But we can't slow down for those guys either. So that's the challenge.
You asked the guys to stick around this summer. What kind of benefits have you seen from that, and what kind of benefits will you see in the future?
Well, I think number one, in the weight room, I think our bodies are good. A guy like Dom Collier's really gained some strength. So the extra 5 or 6 weeks they had with Coach Hardy in the weight room, I think, was key, especially for some of the younger guys. And then just the bonding, the ability to be around each other and spend more time together in the summertime hopefully will help us be more cohesive. And I think if you ask the guys, they're a pretty cohesive group. And so I think the summer helped with that as well.
You mentioned those new guys. Anything you saw out of them specifically that surprised you, or
no? They're good. They're drinking water through a fire hose right now, as the old saying goes. So it's going to take those guys a little bit of time to. Derek White is the one guy he's going to be a really good player. And he made some mistakes today, but he's got what it takes to be terrific. There's going to be a lot of times this year when we say we wish he was eligible immediately, but I'm glad we got him, moving forward for next year.
There are a lot of guys kind of itching to get back here, start practicing officially after last year.
I think so. Yeah. I think I'm not going to harp well on last year, but I do think we need to use it as a motivational factor and a basis for understanding, what our standards are. And again, there were some good things that came out of last year, but the overall record, the overall feeling about what we accomplished over the body of work was not good and not what we wanted. These guys know that and they understand that. So I'm not going to beat them over the head with it, but I think we're going to use it as a reminder that we're not interested in that. We want to move forward, get back to hopefully competing for championships and NCAA tournament bids.
Coach, what do you notice difference between last year and this year in your ball club?
Well, I think it's a little early. This is the first practice, so I don't know if there's a huge difference that I see. I do see, I think, the personality of this year's team is a little bit more even keel, whereas last year was maybe a little bit more, good highs and lows were a little bit more pronounced. Now, again, it's early, but I think certainly through the fall and just the temperament, I think you always look at your leader. In this case, Josh Scott's a pretty even keel guy. I've never started practice with 3 guys on the sideline before. It's new to me. Usually we have 3 guys on the sideline in February maybe, but not October the 1st, or 2nd, whatever it is today. So staying healthy obviously is going to be a key for this year's team. But we'll see. I'll answer that. I'll have a better answer probably a month from now.
anything else, Coach?
Coach, what'd you like about today's workout?
Energy, effort was good, mental capacity of what they were trying to get out of today's practice was good, and I thought the attitude was really good too. They were coachable, correctable, and thought we got better. You know, if we can have 9 out of 10 practices like today, this team's going to be fine. We'll be good. And, but the challenge is to build on this. You know, it's one day. A lot of teams have good practices the first day. You know, I always say, you know, it's October the 2nd. We're excited. Everybody's, you know, optimistic. It's not, the challenge isn't being excited on October the 2nd. The challenge is being excited March the 2nd, February the 2nd. You know, in the dog days of the season. That's when you gotta have the excitement level, and if you can sustain that, you got a pretty special group.
And after, still early in the season, but has any of the staff given thought to who's going to kind of be in that point guard spot, or is it still very, very up in the air right now?
It's up in the air. I mean, obviously, we're expecting Tom Collier to be a guy. Hopefully, they were talking if he gets back healthy, and Thomas out to the ceiling. You know, but I'd say Dominic Collier is the guy that we expect to fill that role. Thomas can play both positions, hopefully. But it's going to be an important spot for us this year. And Dom has had a great summer. He's fully capable. He's got to step into that role, hopefully.
Is it noticeable out on the floor? He's added up a body strength, obviously.
Yeah.
Just looking at him, he's playing out there.
Yeah, you know, I think again, today wasn't probably a good indication because we didn't get up and down a lot. But you know, Dom's really good in the open floor. Getting the ball to the rim and finishing with contact is something that hopefully he's better at, and being able to absorb blows in the perimeter. You know, and hopefully defensively it's going to help him be stronger and keep guys in front of him. So, yeah, it was much needed, and you know, he's not done. He's got to continue to fine tune his body and continue to get stronger. But I certainly like him better today than I did a year ago today in terms of his body makeup. So.
Anything else for Coach?
One more.
Yeah.
You mentioned a few times, obviously, the health being a big key here. So you could go X's and O's wise. So now that you're out on the floor, what do you feel like this team needs to focus on to get ready for this first game?
Well, we got to take care of the basketball. Turnovers were a big Achilles heel for our team last year, and we got to get back to Colorado basketball in terms of our staff and our values is defensive rebounding. Our goal every year is to be in the top 3 in the league and field goal percentage defense and rebounding margin. So we got to get back to that. We weren't the top 3 in those categories last year, and we got to take better care of the basketball. If we do those 3 things, I'll take care of myself.